Hello everybody, welcome back. Right, so it's been hard work making videos. In fact, pretty much impossible in the live streams and things. This is the first time I've had a Christmas doing these videos, like live stream wise anyway. And yeah, we've got two kids and you've got family coming around. It just makes it really difficult to do it. But in many ways, the last videos that I said, more or less, it's the same. It's the same analysis, right? So the bottom line is, well, no pun intended. We've got the 46,500 area as the this is just a small area of where the range has been played, but the potential area for an entire accumulation brings us all the way down to maybe $40,000. Very strong supports based upon previous price action, breakouts, retests, breakdowns, resistances, supports. So 40,000, is obviously a very, very, very strong area. But so is 46,500. Now we've had little dips below it, but this has all been good. And I think before, I think the last video was prior to just this area here, where I was saying that if we do get another nudge down, it would not complete, but so long as we get higher lows on this on the daily RSI, this is very good for what would be standard bullish divergence. And on the daily, it often, three tests of that for me is pretty much the third one you want to get excited about, which is why I was saying I can't remember the name of the actual video I made last, but something along the lines of the next tick down will could be it. And at the moment, I'm not saying that is the case, but it certainly suggests to have had a decent reaction. So whether this actually goes into a full reversal now all the way back up, we'll have to wait and see. But there is a chance that has marked the bottom. So we had the bullish divergence with these lower lows forming, and then your last night was front run. The wick was front run, which again is a very good sign of buyers saying that, all right, we've seen all this on the chart. This looks very good. I am not going to wait for a lower low. I will get my orders in, and that's what's happened. We've had a very good reaction. So right from this area, the closing candle body here, opening here. So we've basically gone from the bottom to the top of this upper range of accumulation, but currently getting rejected from this center of the Bollinger Band, which is fine because it's been a decent move for Bitcoin so far. I mean, you can't over the last 24 hours, within a 24 hours, it's been a 7.6% move so far. Fair enough. So if we can get above this area of what technically is an accumulation zone, 49,500, it's only a little step away from the 200 exponential, the center of the Bollinger Band, and the 21 exponential as well. So these are all very, very, very important areas to reclaim to then go on to an uptrend. Just out of pure interest, we're going to have a quick look at the 4 hourly. So the 4 hourly is neither here nor there. It is basically just doing what you'd expect it to do, which is to move up. There's still a lot of areas it needs to reclaim, just like the daily. But yeah, the daily is the most important thing. As you can see, the bullish divergence played out nicely. And if we think about this from our previous high, we've got our RSI breakout confirmed, a retest of that, and it does look pretty good. So I'm actually in favour of this continuing. Well, to be honest, I'm going to stick to what I said in for the last few weeks. This dip was expected. We got that dip. It's an area for buying. For those who bought anywhere within this wick, great. For anyone who bought anywhere within here, you'll be rewarded in the end. This is an accumulation zone, whether you buy the top, the bottom, or the middle. This is still an accumulation. It basically means that it's very likely to come out of here. Now, one thing we did do, which is a bit of a crude thing to do, but it's worth it, which was to measure time-wise the peak to the bottom, which is essentially this peak over here down to this bottom area here, and this is the rough area, the rough time frame that we'll be looking for this to reaccumulate at and be out of the accumulation zone, which leads us right to the end of the month, basically 29th of December. So it's still accumulating. Yeah, it's a green candle today, it might be a red candle tomorrow, it might be a green one after that, and a red one after that. But we'll be looking for this formation to resolve one way or another. My bias is certainly to the up. By the end of this month into the beginning of next. So it all looks good, but it's basically the same thing. So for those who, I know I've not been able to do live stream, my last live stream, it's just because everybody's around at the house, and the kids and or end of term, so I'm basically, running a kind of a daycare centre really over here. But the analysis remains more or less the same. Now, if we quickly look over at the Bitcoin dominance chart, which is something I love, we can see that we are and we have, this is a weekly obviously, touched once again the 40% dominant range, which is where we normally get a bounce from, which means that most of the time when we get this, it either shows short-term strength for Bitcoin in comparison to alts, so Bitcoin outperforming the majority of alts, or it shows a dump where altcoins get wrecked way more than Bitcoin. So at this very moment in time, and again, this is a bearish chart, and we've hypothesized the idea that this will continue to be bearish, and the more times you touch a support, the more likely it is to break. We are getting 1, 2, 3, 4 taps this week with over the last 3-4 weeks, and each one has created so far a lower high. So it does look like it does want to break down, which I suppose if you're looking at it in that context, altcoins will then certainly outperform Bitcoin to the max, and bring us all the way down to 37% dominant. And we've spoken about it in the past, saying that's not much percent, but it is these days. Small percents may make a big difference now, because unlike in the past when we were trading this within these variety of different ranges, the total market cap including Bitcoin was always at best $500 billion, most of the time about between $250 billion to $250 billion. So that's not right. $250 billion to about $500 billion. So with that, it made it a bit more relevant to trade these larger moves. But now smaller moves make all the difference, because if you're trading small cap coins, like all those shit coins that I was trading and that I keep touting, they're the ones that will benefit from just small ticks down, because each one, a small tick down for a Bitcoin dominance chart does represent a hell of a lot more money than it ever did before. I mean, we're talking like 3, 4, 5 times the amount in a single percent is to be referenced. Hopefully that made sense. Anyway, I'm massively rushing. I've got the whole of Christmas to plan and prepare for. So with that, I'll leave it with you there. So we are, at a potential resistance at this very moment in time, but with the RSI breakout, the turning up, the bullish divergence, and everything in between, I'm actually very, very hopeful that this is going to resolve. But my time frame would be, the end of this month into next month certainly, and we'll see where we are from there. Anyway, I hope you all have a nice day and a Merry Christmas. Hopefully I'll get around to making some more videos. It's just very difficult for me at the moment because of kids, and I'm sure you can imagine, anyone, I don't know how people are supposed to work, in these kind of environments. It's impossible. So I'll leave it with you there, but thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.